And hello everyone, and welcome back to Starmade, and welcome to Season 2, and welcome on the surface of my next project, Ringworld. Yeah, as you may remember from my Starmade Season 2 preview a couple of weeks ago, yeah, actually a couple of months ago, I'd like to build a Ringworld, and this is still the basic shape I created there. I created this in SketchUp, imported this ring to SMedit and exported this to Starmade just for testing things. As you can see, the shape is not very clean and not very circular, so I'd like to rebuild this entirely manually, so I will have then better control of the quality of the shape, I think. And I'd like to do this on Mushroom's Fleet server, if it is possible. I'm not absolutely sure, because there are a few rules for when you build stuff there, or when you import things you have created on the server, like size limits and block limits. For the station, for example, at the moment this ring is attached to a ship core, so it's technically a ship, but I'd like to build this as a station. I think it makes more sense to do this at a multiplayer server, because with a station I can set this as my home base, and then the station is invulnerable. That makes more sense on a multiplayer server. But for stations there is a block limit of 2 million blocks, and this basic shape here already have around 200,000 whole blocks, and yeah, it's just very basic, as you can see. So I think I need to build this a bit smaller. We have a radius of 225 meters here, so I think the final radius of my ring world will be 200 meters. This is still very large. 225 meters, or a diameter of 450 blocks, not meters. I think, yeah, one block should have the size of 1 meter, but I think let's call it blocks. A diameter of 450 blocks is almost, or is pretty much the same size like a planet. So I think a diameter of 400 blocks is still very large, so I think I will stay with this. And if there are no other rules, I think I can do this there on the multiplayer server. I had a lot of fun there a couple of months ago, so I want to continue my personal Starmade journey there on this server. And yeah, but at the moment we are in my single player universe where I'm testing stuff. And the last thing I tested here is the gravity orientation feature that seems to work now very well, and I can that means I can orientate myself to the surface of the ring world, but this does not mean that I can walk around this ring. I need to switch the gravity orientation at specific places. I call them transition zones. This here, for example, is one transition zone. I came from down here, and now I'm staying in front of a huge slope. I cannot climb up anymore, but we have gravity orientation blocks, and the one I'm staying on at the moment, this block is orientated to this side of the ring. So that's the reason why I am also orientated to this side, because I activated this block, or I activated this block down there. And this block here is orientated towards this side of the ring, and if I activate this block right now, I'm orientated to this side as well, as you can see, and now we have the huge slope over here. So I think this is basically the technique how gravity could work in a ring, and how it is possible to walk around the whole ring. So at specific points you have to switch the gravity, but then you can walk around the ring like this. And yeah, I'm pretty excited that this works right now. When I recorded my season 2 preview there, the gravity orientation was pretty buggy. When I activated a block on the surface of the ring, my character were offset somewhere into space, and I was like falling into nowhere. That was not very nice, but now it seems to work. There are a few issues, or one issue. Let me show. It's with jumping. As you can see here, I can jump around, but when I pass this point down there, by the way, this is a new shuttle design, or it's a... Ooh, there's a hole. But a new one, it's a improved design of my old season 1 shuttle. It's now available in white, and it's a bit larger, so we have a bit more interior space. Yeah, but more about this in a few moments. What was I saying? Yeah, when I pass this point here, for some reason, yeah, it's not possible to jump anymore. Instead, the jump command will align me to the ship. Well, this ring here is not a station, like I explained. It's attached to a ship's core, so that is a ship, and pressing space near a ship also means that your character will align to the ship, which is pretty useful. But for our situation, it's a bit weird. I can activate the gravity block now, and then we are orientated right to the surface now. But when I start jumping around, we will be automatically aligned to the ring, and we lose the gravity. I don't know why this happens, but I think this is something I can deal with. Later I will work with wedges and such stuff, so that it will be not necessary to jump around, so you can walk around the ring. So then this shouldn't be a problem if you can avoid to press the space key. And maybe I will not have the problem when I use a build block. So when I build a station instead of a quote-unquote ship, maybe then this will act a bit different. This is something I have to try. I don't know. I will try this, but yeah, like I said, it's something I can deal with. So I think now the Ringworld could work, and this is not the only thing I have done away from camera during my break. The past weeks I was pretty busy. I started to prepare things. Yeah, like this year I tested the gravity, and yeah, let's leave the gravity. And yeah, this is, now you can see the difference. I just have left the gravity, and as you can see, I'm not aligned to the ring, as you can see. But when I in gravity and press space until I have this issue, now you can see I'm aligned to the ring. That's basically the difference between just leaving the gravity and using space next to a ship. Alright, so let's activate the gravity and no, let's leave the gravity like this. I think it works like this with the spacing. I haven't tested this so far so much. And yeah, there in the distance you can see another project that is almost done. I will go there now. We'll take the shuttle. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. Let's close the door and let's enter the core. As you can see, we have a bit more space down here. I have a few plex doors and a build block because I'd like to use this shuttle as my the blocks of this shuttle to start the construction of a very, very basic base as construction outpost for my final Ringworld. And that's the reason why I added build blocks to this, so I have build blocks available. Alright, so this is a ring. We can fly around a bit. This is the center of the ring with the core, and here we have the transition zones. Sometimes these shadows do not work very well, but yeah, we are in alpha. This looks quite cool, the shadow of the shuttle on the surface of the Ringworld. And yeah, like I said, we are in alpha. I don't want to complain about this because this will fixed at some point, and it's not very important now to have perfectly working shadows. And here you can see my old shuttle design I was talking about, and this is a white edition, and this is also a new one, a very, very, very small one that still have interior. And with interior I mean it's not very beautiful inside, but there's enough space around the core that you will be not ejected into space when you leave the core. But of course it is necessary to align the ship like this, you have to press C first, then the ship is perfectly aligned so you can leave the core, like I have done here, and then you will stay inside of the ship. And this also will work with this very, very small one. And I created this small one for my cargo ship. This is the ship you have seen in the distance, and now I can't find this anymore. Where is it? Where is it? Hello? Maybe I should use... Ah, there it is. There it is. It's a cargo ship I created. And yeah, why a cargo ship? Basically for two reasons. I mean, the first one, why not? I haven't seen so many cargo ships in this game created by other people, so I thought, why not? Why not building a cargo ship? And the second reason is I'd like to use this ship to a source for construction material. You know, when you build stuff on a multiplayer server without admin commands, you need to generate credits. It's the easiest way to do it this way. You try to get credits by salvaging station, planets, whatever, by selling resources or other blocks, basically. And then you buy a ship, and then you can take the blocks from your ship to build the stuff you want. So then you can you can pick the blocks you want, you know. When you salvage a station, you do not have the right whole blocks. For example, in my case, I'd like to use white blocks, so it would not work to use the material from a station because most of parts of the station are gray whole blocks. So I can sell them instead, and then I can buy a ship, and in this case it will be this cargo ship. Yes. So that's it. This is the cargo ship. This is the front part with the shuttle dock. Yeah, let's have a look around a bit closer to this cargo ship, and let's close the door. And yeah, this is the front part with the shuttle dock. It's the first time I built a how should I call this, a internal dock for a shuttle, so a closed room around a small ship. And yeah, this is the front door, the airlock. Let's open this, and there it is. Here you can see the small shuttle I was talking about, and I have shown you. And yeah, here is the front part. Oh, it's pretty dark in here. So yeah, this is what I mean. We have enough space around this core so that we still be inside of the ship when we leave the core. And for this you need one block around the core space and 2 blocks above the core. So as you can see, you could put the core into the floor of your ship, and then if you leave 1 block space around and 2 blocks height around this space, you will still be inside of the ship. Let me demonstrate this. Now we are inside of the shuttle. I left the core, and now we're still inside of the shuttle. And yeah, very small one, but it barely fits through the door. That was a bit of a problem. I don't want it to build such a large front part here. Not such a large shuttle bay, so I decided I can probably build a smaller one. But then the airlock and the shuttle bay was so small that it was actually not very easy to build a shuttle that works and that fits inside of this and have interior. Alright, so let's have a look around here. This is the main corridor with the from where you can access the container. They are empty at the moment, but there we'll put stuff inside. Yeah, other blocks. For example, I think down there, the second one, there put it a whole bunch of shield blocks, for example. And I will do this with every container. Yeah, there you can see this. Probably it's a bit dark, sorry. There's no light inside of this container because it is not necessary. And yeah, this means I will have some more materials available for building stuff. So now we are at the middle section with the airlocks to the outside, and the windows are still missing. This whole thing is not finished yet. There are a few things left to do. Up here there's the bridge with the captain's chair and with some consoles. Don't know. Very basic bridge. I paid not so much attention to the interior. And yeah, down there is some sort of reactor control room. From there you can access the power core, and this corridor is just for maintenance. So yeah, I don't want to go too much into the details because this thing here, like I said, is still under construction. Let me show you the outside of the ship. I think, wait a second, we could, let's enter the core because then we can travel around this ship a bit faster. Let's do this, let's enter the core. Let's switch to build mode. We can probably turn off the user interface. And yeah. Now we can have a look around here. As you can see, the front part and the middle part is finished. And the back side is not finished. There will be another turret at the back of the ship. I have one turret here on top of the docking bay. Two turrets, two small turrets on the side at the center of the ship, and I will build another larger turret at the back side, at the back bottom side of the ship. And by the way, these are the engines, these wings. Well, I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, it's a space game, future game. Who says that engines always have to be at the backside of a ship and needs to look like something like a rocket engine or so? I think, why not doing something unusual? I like to do unusual things. And on the bottom side, we have the power core. Wait a second, let's rotate the ship because it's a bit dark. You can probably not see very well what I'd like to explain. So let's rotate the ship to the sun, and then we can have a better view at the bottom side. By the way, the whole ship is a bit over-engined. It have almost the same acceleration like my shuttle, but it needs so much power that it instantly drains my power core. This is not very nice. And yeah, this is the bottom side. This, by the way, is the reactor control room I was talking about here in the middle. And this is the corridor you have seen from the interior. And these black pipes on the bottom side of this cargo ship are the reactor. So there's a power core blocks inside of this. And it's very long, almost 200 meters, but it's not enough to power this ship. To power this engine. And yeah, but that's it basically. Just a few things left to do at the ship, and yeah, when this is done, I can start the construction of the Ringworld. And yeah, let me demonstrate these engines. Let's try to zoom out. Let's have a look from outside. So when I accelerate, we're pretty fast on full speed, as you can see. But we can brake very fast. Very, very fast for such a huge ship. But as you can see, our power is empty instantly. So I think I have to adjust things a bit. Maybe a bit too many engines blocks, and I think it's not necessary to have a cargo ship of this size that can accelerate that fast. I mean, yeah, it's a cargo ship. It's perfectly when it is a bit slower, and yeah, then I can use this as source for materials for my Ringworld construction. I really like the idea to build a cargo ship for this. I mean, I could also build, I don't know, a cube of white hole blocks, can upload them to a server, can buy this at a trading post, and then I can use this material. But I think it's boring. It's more fun to build a cargo ship and try to bring it back to the Ringworld construction site. Maybe I will lose, not maybe, I will definitely lose some of them because of attacking pirates or so. I'm pretty sure this will happen. But yeah, sounds like a lot of fun, and I hope you like the design. At first this was meant to be just a quick build, but then finally it took a lot more time because I had so much fun building this. And yeah, another interesting thing is, as you may have noticed as well, it's pretty obvious, I changed the colors I usually use. In season 1 everything was just black and green. Now I decided to use the white hole blocks as my primary color, the black blocks as secondary, and green just for lightning and some highlights. So yeah, I personally like this. Looks interesting, an interesting combination. So, but yeah, I think that's it. Some for the first episode of season 2, and so the next time hopefully we will meet us again on Mushroom's Fleet server with the beginning of the Ringworld construction. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.